Hey everyone, welcome back to English Podcast Flow. I'm Frank, and today we're going to talk about something really special, a book that changed my life, and honestly, changed the way I connect with people. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was written almost 90 years ago, but the lessons inside, they're just as powerful today as they were back then. This book taught me how to have better conversations, how to make people feel valued, how to build real, meaningful relationships. And here's the beautiful thing. These lessons work in any language. But when you learn them in English, you're not just improving your communication skills. You're also practicing English at the same time. So today, I'm going to share the most important lessons from this book. Not all of them that would take hours, but the ones that have helped me the most. And as we go through each lesson, I'll give you real examples, stories from my own life, so you can see how these principles actually work. Ready? Let's begin. But first, quick question for you. Have you ever felt like people don't really listen to you? Or like your conversations feel awkward and forced? Yeah, I've been there too. That's why we're here, to teach you not just English words, but how to actually use English to connect with people, to build relationships, to communicate with confidence. So if you want to become a better communicator in English, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications, because every single day, we give you tools that make your English more natural, more powerful, and more human. All right. Let's talk about Dale Carnegie's first lesson. Lesson number 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Now, this might sound simple, but it's one of the hardest lessons to actually follow. Carnegie says that criticizing people doesn't change them. It just makes them defensive. It makes them close up. It damages relationships. Think about it. When someone criticizes you, how do you feel? Do you feel motivated to change? Or do you feel hurt and angry? Exactly. Let me give you an example from my own life. A few years ago, I had a coworker named David. He was always late to meetings, and it really bothered me. One day, I said to him in front of everyone, "David, you're late again. This is becoming a problem." You know what happened? He got defensive. He made excuses, and our relationship got awkward after that. Later, I learned this lesson from Carnegie's book, and I realized I had handled it all wrong. Instead of criticizing David publicly, I should have talked to him privately. I should have said something like, "Hey David, I noticed you've been arriving a little late lately. Is everything okay? Is there anything I can help with?" See the difference? One approach attacks. The other approach shows care and understanding. So here's the lesson. When you want someone to change, don't criticize. Ask questions. Show empathy. Make them feel understood. And here's a phrase you can practice. I understand where you're coming from. Your turn. Say it out loud. Good. This phrase shows empathy. It opens doors instead of closing them. Lesson number 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Carnegie says that everyone craves appreciation. We all want to feel valued. We all want to know that we matter. But here's the key word, sincere. It has to be real. People can tell when you're faking it. Let me tell you a story. When I first started working at my current job, I had a manager named Lisa. She was tough. She had high standards, and I was a little intimidated by her. One day, I finished a big project. I worked really hard on it, and I was proud of the result. Lisa called me into her office. I thought, oh no, what did I do wrong? But instead, she said, "Frank, I just want to tell you that this work is excellent. You really went above and beyond. I appreciate the effort you put into this." I can't tell you how good that felt. It wasn't just the words. It was the fact that she took the time to notice, to acknowledge my work. So here's the lesson. Look for opportunities to appreciate people, but make it specific. Don't just say good job. Say why it was good, for example, instead of saying, good job on the presentation. Say, your presentation was so clear and well organized. I especially liked how you explained that complicated topic in a simple way. See? That's specific. That's sincere. Let's practice a phrase. I really appreciate what you did. Now you try. Great. Use this phrase when someone does something kind for you. It shows gratitude in a warm, natural way. Lesson number 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Okay, that phrase sounds a little complicated. Let me explain it in simple terms. Carnegie says that if you want to influence someone, you need to think about what they want, not what you want. People are motivated by their own interests, their own desires, their own needs. So if you can show someone how something benefits them, they'll be much more willing to listen. Let me give you an example. A few months ago, I wanted my friend Sarah to join me at a language exchange event. But Sarah is shy. She doesn't like big groups. At first, I said, Sarah, you should come to this event. I think it'll be fun. She said no. She wasn't interested. Then I remembered this lesson from Carnegie's book. I changed my approach. I said, Sarah, I know you've been wanting to improve your Spanish. This event has native Spanish speakers who are looking to practice English. It's a small, relaxed group. You could practice Spanish with them while helping them with English. No pressure, just conversation. You know what? She said yes. See what I did? I stopped focusing on what I wanted her company, and I started focusing on what she wanted, improving her Spanish in a comfortable setting. That's the power of this lesson. When you understand what motivates someone, you can communicate in a way that resonates with them. Here's a phrase you can use. I thought you might be interested in this because. Your turn. Perfect. This phrase helps you frame things from the other person's perspective. Lesson number 4. Become genuinely interested in other people. This is one of my favorite lessons because it's so simple, yet so powerful. Carnegie says that you can make more friends in 2 months by being interested in others than you can in 2 years by trying to get others interested in you. Think about that. When you meet someone, what do most people do? They talk about themselves, their job, their achievements, their problems. But the people who stand out, the people everyone loves, they're the ones who ask questions, who listen, who make you feel important. Let me tell you about a man I met at a conference last year. His name was Tom. And honestly, I don't remember much about him. I don't remember where he's from or what he does for work. But I remember how he made me feel. When we started talking, he asked me questions. Real questions. Not just what do you do, but what got you interested in that field? What do you love most about your work? What's been your biggest challenge? And he listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't look at his phone. He was fully present. By the end of that conversation, I felt like I had made a real connection. And you know what? I walked away thinking, Tom is such a great guy. That's the power of genuine interest. When you make people feel heard and valued, they remember you. They like you. They trust you. So here's the lesson. Ask people about themselves, their lives, their interests, their stories. And here are some great questions you can use. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? How did you get started with that? What's something you're passionate about? These questions open doors. They invite people to share. And when people share, connections are built. Lesson number 5, smile. This one is so simple. But Carnegie says it's one of the most important things you can do. A smile is universal. It doesn't matter what language you speak. A smile says, I'm happy to see you. I'm friendly. I'm approachable. Think about it. When you meet someone who's smiling, how do you feel? You feel comfortable, right? You feel welcome. But when someone has a blank face or a frown, it creates distance. It makes you hesitant to approach them. Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I moved to a new city. I didn't know anyone. I felt lonely. One day, I went to a coffee shop. I sat down with my laptop, feeling a bit sad and isolated. The barista who brought me my coffee smiled at me, a genuine, warm smile, and she said, I hope you have a wonderful day. It was such a small thing, but it completely changed my mood. I felt seen. I felt cared for. That's the power of a smile. It's simple, it's free, and it can change someone's entire day. Now, I'm not saying you should walk around with a fake smile all the time. That would be weird. But when you greet someone, when you make eye contact, when you talk to people, smile. Show warmth. And here's a phrase that pairs beautifully with a smile. It's great to see you. Your turn. Wonderful. Say this with a genuine smile, and people will instantly feel your warmth. Lesson number 6. Remember people's names. Carnegie says that a person's name is, to them, the sweetest sound in any language. When you remember someone's name, it shows you care. It shows they matter to you. But when you forget someone's name, especially after meeting them multiple times, it can feel a little hurtful. I'll be honest with you. I'm terrible at remembering names. I meet someone, they tell me their name, and 5 seconds later, it's gone. Completely gone. But I've been working on it, and I've learned some tricks. Trick number 1. Repeat the name immediately. When someone says, Hi, I'm Jessica, I say, Nice to meet you, Jessica. Trick number 2. Use the name during the conversation. So, Jessica, what brings you here today? Trick number 3. Create a mental image. If someone's name is Rose, I picture a rose. If it's Mike, I think of a microphone. These tricks help. They really do. And here's a phrase you can use. If you forgot someone's name, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. Could you remind me of your name? It's honest. It's humble. And most people appreciate the honesty. But whenever possible, try to remember, because using someone's name makes them feel special. All right, let's bring all of this together. Dale Carnegie's book teaches us something beautiful. Success in life isn't just about what you know. It's about how you connect with people. Let me summarize the 6 lessons we talked about today. 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Show empathy instead. 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Make it specific. 3. Arouse in others an eager want. Focus on what they need. 4. Become genuinely interested in other people. Ask questions and listen. 5. Smile. It's simple but powerful. 6. Remember people's names. It shows you care. These lessons work in any language, but when you practice them in English, you're building 2 skills at once: better communication and better English. So here's my challenge for you. Over the next week, try one of these lessons. Just one. Maybe you'll smile more. Maybe you'll ask someone a genuine question about their life. Maybe you'll appreciate someone sincerely. And watch what happens. I think you'll be amazed, okay? Now I want to hear from you. Go to the comments right now and tell me, which of these 6 lessons resonated with you the most? Is it the one about appreciation, about asking questions, about smiling? And here's the fun part. Have you ever read How to Win Friends and Influence People? If you have, tell me what you learned from it. I love learning from your experiences. and your comments inspire other people in our community. So go ahead, share your thoughts. I can't wait to read them. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope these lessons help you build stronger, more meaningful relationships. If we are helpful to you, it would mean the world to us if you could help us by supporting this channel. So, when you subscribe, we know that you are interested in what we do, and we make our best to continue. And tomorrow, Alice is coming back with something practical and fun. She's going to teach you how to order food at a restaurant in English. Not just the basics, but the real phrases native speakers use. How to ask for recommendations. How to make special requests. How to handle the check. All of it. It's going to be super useful, especially if you're planning to travel or if you just want to feel more confident eating out. As we always say, keep practicing, keep connecting, keep your English flowing. And remember, the best way to learn English is to use it to build real relationships with real people. See you soon.